Hello, my name is Kaleb Ferren. I teach physics and chemistry at Cabot High School, and Strive has helped me to bring real-world problem solving, knowledge of STEM careers, and exciting skills applications into my classroom. During the program, I worked at the North Little Rock L'Oreal Cosmetics Manufacturing Plant, which employs over 450 people and produces 2/3 of the mascara sold in the U.S., as well as a whole lot of other products. I was assigned to the training department where I developed a solution for label inventory issues. So basically, here's the challenge. Leftover labels from packaging orders were being miscounted. Really, they were just being guesstimated, and that led to some inventory problems and ordering issues. So my task was to create a step-by-step procedure and training manual for accurately calculating how many labels were left over and then reintegrating them into the system. So once I created the training manual, I also created a training video for employees. When new employees came in, they could use that to train them. So it sounds like a simple problem, but it was actually a really big project, especially considering the thousands of unique labels, machines, and processes and people involved. So I also gained experience with Excel and handling large amounts of data because there were thousands of different labels that needed to be used. And I've really only ever worked in small settings. With small groups of people. Even at Cabot High School, which is a larger school, I mainly collaborate with a small group of colleagues. So working across so many different departments at L'Oreal was really eye-opening. I learned to balance efficiency with the long-term sustainability of the procedures and problem solving in a large organization. In the lab, I collaborated with Caden and Susanna. That was the quality lab, where I designed a lesson plan inspired by what they do at L'Oreal. So this became the Kissing Killer Lab, where students acted as chemists assisting in a serial killer investigation. I know, exciting. So they used color matching, thin layer chromatography, and a centrifuge, and they used those to determine which of the 5 suspects' lipstick matched the sample left at the crime scene. After the lab, students identified a flaw in the lab procedures, which was that we lacked proper test tube racks for the centrifuge. So you can see all those little test tubes just lying on their side. So that means that the samples were being shaken up a little bit throughout the day as students picked them up and put them back down. And this could lead to problems with the results. So that led to a 3D design project where students created and evaluated test tube racks based on cost, durability, and functionality. I 3D printed their designs. And then they were able to evaluate them and to refine and improve on their work. And so you see lots of examples there. I was really surprised by the creativity that the students showed. I kind of expected them all to look the same, but they definitely did not. To tie it all together, students were then asked to research and present on different STEM careers, with each presentation being on a unique career, and they took notes on other students' topics. Eric, a quality chemist from L'Oreal, gave a presentation about his job and other STEM roles at the plant as well. Strive's impact, the greatest impact isn't on the lessons that I've created just for this unit, but the long-term shift in my thinking and my teaching approach. So I'm now more focused on incorporating real-world applications, inviting guest speakers, and emphasizing collaboration in my classroom. You can see that several of those were group projects that they had to work together on. I've even rearranged my seating to encourage diverse group work, and I've integrated more collaborative problem solving into assignments. Maybe I'll have this student take a turn at solving problems, the other student acting as a coach, and then they'll flip, and several different methods like that. Now, my pre and post surveys on STEM career interest didn't really show a significant change, but I think this is likely in part due to the fact that chemistry is an elective course. So it already attracts STEM inclined students to begin with. It's not exactly a wide variety of a population of students. But the lab skills improvement was clear. So before the Strive unit, students had no experience with thin layer chromatography, and most of them had never used a centrifuge. But afterward, every group was successfully able to identify the killer, which demonstrated their grasp of the techniques. So like I said, Strive has had a big impact on me as a teacher, and I think my students had a lot of fun and really enjoyed the unit as well, and they learned a lot from it. So I really appreciate my time here, and I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity.